Alright, internet, it's time for another video blog. It's Christmas Day 2013, December 25, and I haven't been doing a lot of videos here on YouTube for months. One of the reasons I gave before was that I didn't feel like making videos. I think that was back in July. It's true, I didn't feel like making videos, which is really the main reason. And another reason is that there's a cough that just won't go away. I kept coughing, so it made making videos very hard. But I was able to get that under control. So after several months, I decided to, hey, I think I would like to do videos again, without the characters, without the stupid gimmicks, just me. Okay, so we did go to France earlier this year, early in October, and I made a few videos. And a lot of people didn't get those videos that I made. I made a video in front of the Champs-Élysées. I think that's how you say it. I made a video in front of the Eiffel Tower. I made a video, I think another one in front of the Louvre Museum. And you know, people going to places like that and doing the tourist thing, they would go, hey look, there's the Louvre Museum behind me, as if I couldn't see it myself, as if you can't see it yourself. It's like I'm going to go in front of the Eiffel Tower, hey look, there's the Eiffel Tower, as if people can't see the Eiffel Tower, you know. So why should I say it's the Eiffel Tower when people can see it's the Eiffel Tower? So what I did was, I would show you the Eiffel Tower and I would talk about something completely different. So that's what I did with those videos. I didn't point out the obvious like a lot of people would do. And a lot of people didn't get that. Are you in Paris? Do you have the Eiffel Tower in Manila or something? Anyway, we did go to Paris, but before that we went to Algeria. A few months back, maybe several months back, I posted a video saying that I would go to asking if anyone of my viewers is from Algeria, and pretty much nobody chimed in. No? So the reason for that is I was looking for people, you know, who could help me with my trip. Just you know, just to have somebody to ask about places to go, you know, food to check out, and the customs and the things to avoid and stuff like that. You know, it would be better if it would be coming from a local, aside from something on the internet or a book. But nobody chimed in, so we went to Algeria pretty much without knowing anything, hardly anything about it aside from what I read online. And it was a very nice adventure. We went to Algeria for a comics festival. I think I posted a couple of videos from that festival. A very long video of me going through the tents and the exhibits and the artworks. Anyway, it was a very nice one-week festival, and I met a lot of cartoonists from all over the world. And it was a very educational, humbling, enlightening experience because, as you know, Algeria is Islamic country, and coming from a Christian country, Catholic country, I have a lot of preconceived notions of what a nation like that is. But I won't say anymore what those preconceived notions are. But when I went there, I'm so surprised, you know. A lot of the things that I assumed were wrong. These are really excellent, very friendly people, And at first, you would be kind of put off because they like to be very close to you when they want when they talk to you. They come up really close like that, you know. They seem to have no idea of personal space, which is, I don't know, I guess that's how it is there. And in Paris also, they like to be close. So, and us Asians, Filipinos, like me, we prefer a little bit of space, you know. But all that closeness is kind of a culture shock for me, which is okay. I've learned to deal with it. So I've learned to brush my teeth more often, and you know, make sure that I don't smell bad. So a lot of other things like food. The food at the hotel in Algeria wasn't very good because they were trying to emulate a European cuisine, which didn't work out so well. It would have been better if they just offered us authentic Algerian cuisine, which would be much better for me. The only time that we were able to enjoy the local cuisine was when we went out of the hotel and checked out the restaurants for ourselves, which was fantastic. We had shawarma, we had couscous, and all that good stuff. Couscous I didn't like too much, but I could see how it could be a very popular dish. I guess I just prefer rice myself. Uh, in France, after Algeria, we went there, and it was another whole different experience. It was so cold. We didn't expect it to be that cold, and as soon as we arrived in the airport, it was like freezing. It was October, so it was very cold. We didn't have any really cold gear, clothes for the cold, jackets and stuff like that. I had a simple light jacket with me, and then when our French host saw us and told us that jacket won't be enough, and he was right. It wasn't enough. So first thing we did when we went out on the Paris streets the day after we arrived is we get a scarf. So we pretty much managed with a scarf. It was very useful. It was an incredible 2 weeks, you know, Algeria and Paris, and it's an experience I really won't forget quite soon, at all, you know. It was I think a lot of people, especially in conservative communities in the world, you know, sometimes people grow up in places and they become so insular, and they know only about those people around them and know nothing about the outside world, and it forms their culture. It forms their belief about the world, you know. Just because a certain thing is so awesome in your little town doesn't mean it's the best in the world. And a lot of people have that kind of attitude, you know. Just because a certain food item is so awesome in your little small town, you declare it as being the best in the world. But you know, I guess to thump your chest would be a nice, you know, to puff yourself up, but it's not really. You know, it isn't really true, because if you just go out of your little shell, you will see there's a lot of really awesome things outside of your little community, and you will learn a lot just by interacting with people not like your own people. I met a lot of people from different countries. Like I met people from Congo. I met people from Kosovo. I met people from Finland, from Lebanon, from India. In the festival in Algeria, there was only one American, and I became friends with him. And lots of other Brazil, one of my oldest online friends from Brazil, a cartoonist named Bira Dantas. I met him for the first time after knowing him for such a long time online. I met him in person in Brazil. It was fantastic. It was awesome meeting him finally. Uh, Attending events like that makes you realize there's a whole larger universe, whole larger world than your own little community where you grew up in. And it would be nice to have an open mind. I get a lot of comments from YouTube, from my other videos, saying, "Oh, I thought he was a Mexican," referring to me as a Mexican. And that's an example of insularity. That's an example of having a small worldview. Those people would need to expand their worldview and learn about the world, not just what you have right now. So it was a very enlightening experience for me, and I count a lot of these people from different countries as very very close friends around. We stay in touch on Facebook, on Twitter, and things like that. And I was brought to that festival because of my work in comics, specifically Elmer, and it also pushed me, encouraged me to do more of those kinds of books, so that I would be invited to more festivals and I would be able to meet more of these people and meet these people again at other festivals in the future. I would appreciate that very much. I met this Chinese guy. Here's a funny story. There's in the hotel in Algeria. There's a place where the cartoonists have their breakfast, and I was sitting there in one of the tables with my French friend Laurent, and he was the one who invited me to Algeria, Laurent, and this Chinese cartoonist came in, and he was going to talk to Laurent because Laurent also invited him to attend the festival. And while he was looking at Laurent, he saw me, and he did a double take like that, and he was going like that. I know you. I saw you in the internet. You're the guy who smiles on the internet. He didn't know I was working in comics. He knew me only as this guy in the GIF. He told me I was the GIF guy, smiling GIF guy, and it practically short-circuited his brain. He was so happy and confused and disoriented that I was sitting there in front of him. His name is Golo Zhao, and he's a very talented Chinese comic book creator. I saw his work and it's excellent, and he turned out to be a very awesome guy himself. We promised to stay in touch, because we became kind of close during the festival. We haven't emailed yet so much. I'm not sure if my emails to him are arriving are getting to him at all, because I don't know, maybe China government filters email from the Philippines, so I don't know if my emails are reaching Golo. So I will try again, because it's kind of friendship that I wouldn't want to just disappear. He's a very nice guy, a very talented guy, and we kind of hit it off. So anyway, hopefully I would be able to meet Golo again in future festivals if I manage to go. I also met this Indian guy named Sarnath, who's a very intelligent, incredibly intelligent, and whenever you talk to him, it's like I always have to rack my brain what to say, because he keeps pushing me. He keeps pushing me intellectually. asking me really deep questions, and I'm like, oh my god. And I'm challenged, whenever I talk to him, it's very challenging. And aside from that, he's also very nice, very thoughtful, and he's also very funny. He's a very funny guy. And I also met another cartoonist from Finland named Ville Ranta. And Ville is another kind of character. He's a very soft-spoken guy, but there's a lot of sarcastic humor, a lot of strangeness and weirdness in the things he says. He's also a very talented cartoonist, and apparently very popular in his town in Finland. And I only found out about this when I was surfing online, and I was searching for information about Ville when I saw him in the gossip section of a Finnish tabloid. And when you're in a Finnish tabloid in the gossip section, it usually means you're kind of famous, okay? So he apparently he became famous in Finland because of his editorial cartoons, which were very controversial, very controversial. He's not afraid to push buttons, which is what I like about him. When you talk to him, it doesn't seem to be like that kind of person, but he is, so also a very nice guy. He did signings in Paris like me after Algeria, and we met again in Paris, so we got to hang out a bit. He likes fish a lot, so I also met my editor, publisher in France, Serge, and talking to Serge online, he seems like a very serious guy, but in person he's very funny. And my host, Laurent Melikian, who I have to thank really for bringing me to Paris, and bringing me and my wife to Paris. So Paris is the number one dream of my wife to visit, and me also. We enjoyed Paris immensely. The architecture was amazing, just amazing. It's like stepping inside a work of art. That's how I consider it. And the food was okay. The food was okay. We found ourselves wandering into a Chinese restaurant often because we kind of missed rice, rice is kind of a rare commodity in France. It was very expensive also. I also love the weather. It was very cold. Like I said, very cold. I think cold is the perfect weather for me. I don't like the heat so much. Makes me itchy. The Philippines weather is just fine, I guess, but for the most part it's a little too hot for me. So weather in Paris, perfect. While in Paris, I thought about, I think I want to stay here for a while. Not really to live there and settle there, just stay there for a while. There's really nothing like settling in your own place, because that's where your friends are, that's where your family is. So especially Christmas time like this, there's nothing like family and friends, and so just to stay in Paris maybe for 6 months, that would be nice, to just go there and just create comics, and I think that would be ultimate life for me. So anyway, a lot of things have happened. I've got the bug again to make more videos, so I'll probably do more of these kinds of videos. I probably won't do the hello YouTube shtick again. I've gotten tired of it. I think people would prefer this. Some people would prefer this. Some people probably won't. Some people would probably think this is boring, but I I don't know. I don't care. I just do this for myself. And if nobody watches, I'll watch it. Okay, so until next time, bye bye.